Hello everyone, my name is Bhavuk Singhal and I'm currently pursuing bachelor's from BIT Jhansi, India, and today I will be presenting our paper titled WSPIRE, a parallel multi-device corpus in neutral and whispered speech. So here are the outlines of my today's presentation. So let's begin with the introduction. So whispered speech is another natural way of generating speech with the absence of vocal cord vibration. It may be heard in private conversations or may occur in pathological situations like laryngectomy. So the illustration here shows the spectrotemporal comparison between neutral and whisper speech. That is, this was easy for us spoken by a female speaker. Here we can see that the spectrum of whisper speech is significantly different from the spectrum of neutral speech, which is particularly due to the absence of pitch in the whisper speech spectrum. Now let us talk about the existing whisper speech databases. So the list here shows the existing whisper speech databases. Now let us go through them one by one. So the first dataset is UT vocal effort 1, which is also known as UTVE1. This dataset consists of 12 male speakers with each uttering 5 sentences. The total duration of this dataset is 1 hour. The UT vocal effort 2 is an extension of the previous dataset. It contains 112 speakers with a total duration of 2 hours. The third dataset is Chains corpus. It contains 36 speakers with each speaker uttering 33 sentences, and the total duration of this corpus is 3 hours. The fourth dataset is Wtumit corpus. It is one of the largest dataset that we have found so far. It consists of 48 speakers with each speaker speaking 460 mocotimic sentences, and the total duration of this dataset is approximately 15 hours. So let's talk about non-English whisper speech databases. So the first one is Clear Japanese Speech Corpus, which consists of 68 male and 55 female speakers. Each speaker in this dataset uttered 60 sentences from the ATR phonetically balanced sentences and 50 sentences from the Japanese newspaper articles. The last dataset is I Whisper Mandarin Corpus. It consists of 40 male and 40 female speakers, with each speaker uttering 100 sentences. The total duration of this dataset is 15 hours. So this table shows the summary of key features of the existing databases. Now let us take a look at the limitations of the existing databases. Here we can see that no dataset contains more than 3 devices and none of the dataset has a total duration of more than 15 hours. Now let us talk about the proposed WSPIRE dataset. The proposed WSPIRE dataset consists of 88 speakers, with each speaker uttered in both neutral and whispered mode. Each sentence was recorded simultaneously with the 5 recording devices, in which 3 of them are mobile phones, 1 headphone, and 1 Zoom handy recorder. The total duration of the dataset is approximately 37 hours. So the table here shows the comparison of the WSPIRE corpus with the existing whispered speech databases. The black entries in the table shows the limitations of the existing databases. Here we can see that there is a significant amount of difference between the existing databases and the WSPIRE corpus. The WSPIRE corpus contains parallel recordings from 5 devices in both neutral and whispered mode of speech, which makes it to approximately 37 hours of data, which is quite large as compared to the existing databases. So for stimuli, we took the first 450 sentences from the mocotimic corpus because they are phonetically balanced and divided them into 9 different sets, with each set containing 50 sentences. So this figure here shows the schematic view of the recording setup. A laptop was placed in front of the speaker, which displayed sentences of the respective set one by one. Now let us discuss the recording procedure. At first, every speaker was asked to speak all the sentences in the assigned set in neutral mode and then in the whispered mode. We played an upload of increasing frequency of 1 second duration if the speaker uttered the sentence correctly. And the tone is like that. Whereas in case of mispronunciation, a down tone of decreasing frequency was played, like that. So introducing these tones after each utterance helped us in manually identify the correctly pronounced sentences. and it also helped us in extracting good sentences easily from a long audio recording of the respective session. So this slide shows the sample of a sentence from WSPIRE in neutral mode from 3 different devices that are headset, iPhone and Moto. I will play these audio recordings one by one.
Reading in poor light gives you eye strain. Reading in poor light gives you eye strain. Reading in poor light gives you eye strain.
So here are the recordings of the same sentence and from the same speaker but in whisper mode. I will play each of them one by one.
Reading in poor light gives you eye strain. Reading in poor light gives you eye strain. Reading in poor light gives you eye strain.
So let us discuss another important part of WSPIRE, that is annotation and the correction of annotations. In WSPIRE, we are providing manually done word level annotations using Audacity software. A team of annotators work together to annotate a total of almost 44,000 WAV files. And each annotated WAV file has gone through several rounds of checks. We can say that huge amount of time and effort has been invested in annotating the WSPIRE dataset. So the speakers made mainly 3 types of errors while uttering their respective set. The table here shows such cases, and to eliminate these errors, we have listened each WAV file carefully and updated the corresponding set according to what the speaker exactly uttered. So this figure here shows a sample of annotated file provided in WSPIRE. Now I will show you some analysis performed on the WSPIRE dataset. So the first is speaking rate. We found that irrespective of the mode of speech, the average speaking rate of males is higher than the average speaking rate of females. So now let's talk about the duration of an utterance. So we found that almost 47% of the total utterances lies in the duration of 2 to 3 seconds, whereas less than 2% lies in the duration greater than 5 seconds. Now the last analysis was words analysis. In this, we found that after modifying sentences according to what the speaker exactly uttered, the number of unique words was increased from 1866 to 1932. So to conclude, we have presented the WSPIRE corpus, which is a 37-hour long corpus recorded parallelly in whispered and neutral mode using 5 recording devices. And in future, we would like to use WSPIRE to improve the whispered speech-based application. The authors of this paper thank the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India for their support in this work. Thank you. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please write to us at spirelab.ee.iisc.ac.in. So the WSPIRE dataset is publicly available on the SpireLab website at this link. And to download the dataset, you just have to click on download and then click on this link. Just fill this form and this form will send a request to us.